What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital, and we are back for another Premier League show. I have got the Aussie Gooner in the building. Usually he rocks up with the 3 points in his pocket. This time it's only the one, mate. It's only the one. 1 point. City destroy Southampton. They close the gap a little bit now to 6 with a game in hand, so it makes things a little bit more interesting. United getting the 3 points. Frank Lampard's coming in, doing what he usually does.
Well, he started off with you guys the first time, wasn't it? When he played you guys and lost his first
game.
Yeah.
So
maybe this could work out good.
Could work out. He's got on 9 or 8 more games to go. So see how good old Frank Lampard does there. What else did we have, Steve? What else did we have? We had the VAR decisions.
Oh, Brighton, hey.
Brighton, Spurs getting away with it, mate. What's going on?
Bro,
let's move this so they can hear your pain, so they can hear your pain.
Oh, mate. Honestly, I couldn't believe some of the calls in that game.
And we'll get to them.
Yeah.
We'll get to them because, I don't know, there's a lot of apologising happening in the...
Let's do my one first.
We are. That's where we're going. That's where we're going to Anfield first.
We'll work backwards. We'll work backwards, right, mate. The last game that was worth watching was my one.
Exactly right. But, Steve, you haven't won Anfield since fucking Arteta was still playing.
2012, bro.
Arteta was in that team. Cazorla,
remember that jersey?
Giroud, the stripes. Yeah,
Podolski, fucking, you know.
That one, it was that one, no? With the bluish, purplish kind of stripes. Yeah, that was a good key, actually.
I like that key.
What's that? Puma?
Puma.
Was it the Puma?
Mad fit, bro.
Them days, Arteta from manager to player, this, that. You know, that's the last time. But, bro, the form that you guys have been in, the form that Liverpool have been in, they haven't won now in, 6 games in a row now. Since they fucking demolished us. They lost a few games on the bounce, a few now draws. That's 3 on the bounce, is it?
They drew against Bournemouth?
No, they lost to Bournemouth.
They lost to Bournemouth. No, sorry, lost to Bournemouth.
Lost to Bournemouth. Then if you want to count Real Madrid, that's 2 losses, and then Chelsea draw.
Do we count the City shit?
That's right. So it's 3 losses, 2 draws.
Yeah, but
they got pumped to City 4-1.
It's away, but a home fucking form.
Home form. I think they've only dropped or lost 1 game there this season at home. 2 if you count Real Madrid, but you know what I mean? They were there. They were there for the taking, and especially, bro, your boys 2-0 up in no time at all. You know, Martinelli with the first one, and we'll break down the goals as well. I'll let you do that, and then Gabriel Jesus found his credit, banged the great header in again. 2-0. You're like, here we go. It's gonna be a demolition here.
It was looking that way.
And then this. We'll talk about the Xhaka incident with Trent. That everyone's saying it's kind of sparked the crowd, the atmosphere, the players, jet them up.
It's not that.
And we'll touch on that a little bit. But from then, bro, the second half, I'm not sure where Arsenal went. In-game management, maybe from Mikel Arteta, a little bit questionable.
Yep.
Maybe a debatable penalty, even though Salah missed it. Debatable penalty. Exactly. And then... Bro, 2 goals up. They bring it back towards the end with Firmino getting the header in there. Yeah. But let's start off from in the first half, Steve. The first maybe 30-something minutes, your boys were on show, mate.
30 minutes, we were outplaying them. I could not hear any sort of chance at Anfield except for fucking Arsenal.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you that Anfield atmosphere, right?
Is it a fraud? Is it fraud?
It is because they do that. It is because
tell me if it's fake. Tell me.
There's probably more Liverpool atmosphere at the Arsenal training ground when Arteta plays, you never walk alone. There's probably more atmosphere there. But since they do the little concert at the start, bro, then it's a fucking Then it's a bit of a funeral. But go on, Steve. Sorry, mate.
To be honest, it was you could hear the fans. You could see the style of football we were playing. We were outplaying them. We were completely out. It was a masterclass. I mean, to be perfectly honest, the way we were playing on the ball, the fluidity, they weren't troubling us. A couple of counters here and there, but nothing was coming from it. And then we cut through them. You saw that first goal. We literally chopped through their midfield. Robertson looked a little bit fucking
Van Dijk with the assist.
Van Dijk assist. Kanate was off balance, thinking Van Dijk was going to handle it. And I mean the Midas touch from fucking Martinelli to get it past Alisson. It was just fuck all on it. But it was a great finish. And to be honest, it was deserved because we had the possession. We were controlling the game. Liverpool on the back foot. And questions were asked. Questions were answered. Now, don't get me wrong. I was thinking to myself, that's one. I could see 2. Honestly, I'm like, it's not a problem here. 2 is coming. And I could see it on Trent's side. I go, Trent's going to get cut up. And that's what happened. You saw the next goal. Martinelli gets on that break. Where was Trent? Like, I know they're doing this little reel showing Trent fucking carving up Zinchenko. You want to see fucking Trent? Check out where Trent was when Martinelli broke and put that ball in for Jesus. Now, that's fucking funny because you know what? He wasn't... You'd have to zoom out of the fucking shot to see that he's all the way in the midfield. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, I know you hate Trent and you rip him up, but I think he had probably one of his best games this game, to be honest.
Well, because of that assist?
No, just overall game. I think he played decent, to be honest.
So
you always rip him up.
So he cost him a goal. He cost him a goal. So he had a good game. That's his best game.
Yeah, he actually played well. I think, in my opinion, he actually played well.
So when you can't defend the winger and the winger puts a cross in and he scores.
So then Zinchenko is what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm saying if he had a great game, right? He had such a great game. We're gonna praise him for what he's done, but we're not gonna praise him for what he didn't do against Martinelli. I think they cancel each other out. So
not really. I think he did more good than. He did more good in this game, bro. He hasn't had the best of seasons. He hasn't had the best of seasons. So this game,
I'll be honest.
It was probably his best game this season, to be honest.
He did show up.
He's been shit this season. That's why.
No, he did show up in this game.
No, he did show up, and especially after that incident with Xhaka. But go on to that second goal as well.
That second goal, to be honest, that was
bro. This guy, it's like he never left, bro.
Oh, mate, he's
come in 3 goals in 3 games or half games.
Like
if you look at 2 games, if you look at
2 full games,
2 full games, yeah.
After that first goal that he scored last week, and I was like, you know what, you can see the hunger in him, and he's come back. And in this game, you could see Jesus was causing dramas, but
and there's no coincidence as well, Steve. Let me jump in. That Martinelli is starting to score now.
All of a sudden,
now maybe it's not direct assist, but there is a link up and there is movement which gives him the space. And when Martinelli scored that goal, he wasn't from the left hand side; he was straight down the middle. And where was Jesus? And this is the problem when you got Liverpool were the best at it. City do it to an extent, maybe not so much now with Haaland, but they do that as well, where it's like the front three just keep shifting, keep moving, and it makes it hard to defend. United, we sort of try to do that. It hasn't, like, we haven't we're not the finished product.
The personnel, but
we haven't. Yeah, it's not the finished product. But when that you can nail that on. It's hard to defend, bro, because 1 second you got Martinelli, next minute Saka's there, next minute Jesus is there, and then
different player.
You're trying to mark this person. Let me go grab him, and then Odegaard down the middle. It's one of them.
It's difficult because you've got different types of wingers, like Martinelli being very direct, Saka being kind of guy who takes on a man, Jesus he's going to hold it up, put on a pass. And look, I think we saw a little bit more from Martinelli when Trossard came into Arsenal, because as soon as he came in, too, when he came in, started to link up, Martinelli sort of woke up. Look, that second goal was, let's be honest, we cut through him, great goal. But then, of course, everyone's talking about the Trent moment. Now, look, I understand it's a bit of argy-bargy, Trent, pushing the back. I like that kind of shit. I like that, getting each other's faces. But I don't think it was it's not the issue of him and Trent going at it and the card and this and that and the atmosphere. That's bollocks. The problem is in this game, you'd notice that a lot of free kicks were being given to Arsenal, and a lot of the time Xhaka is in the face of the ref. Now, I'm not blaming the ref for this, but this is what's getting into Xhaka's head. It's like, what the fuck? They've been hacking us. Robertson should have been on the yellow in the first half against Saka. He wasn't, right? And he's calling all this, and all of a sudden he gets pushed in the back, and for getting pushed in the back, he gets a card. So now he's out of the game. His mind's not there. And Xhaka's a kind of guy that, unfortunately, he's a kind of guy, you get into his head, you get him off his game. And this is where the in-game management for me steps in. So as soon as that happened, and it comes to the second half, in my mind, I was like, Jorginho comes in now because Xhaka isn't there anymore. And the reason why I want Xhaka off is because everyone's sitting there fucking hammering on Zinchenko, and everyone talks, Xhaka and Zinchenko don't play with each other. Xhaka wasn't in the game, so Zinchenko can't be in the fucking game, right? This is what shits me, right? Open your fucking eyes. Like, you guys want to talk football, but you don't want to talk football. You know what I mean? Play the fucking game and then talk. But anyway, so I saw Xhaka out of this game. The midfield was starting to fucking get a bit caught, and we were having a hard time because Liverpool were pressing the shit out of us. Yeah. Now, defensively, we were doing our job. We were trying to do our job. But, of course, it doesn't take much for Liverpool to get back into a game. And then, of course, I mean, we saw the Salah goal with Gabriel trying to defend, and, of course, the bubble onto Salah's foot. And to be honest, Salah would have got that goal anyway. I don't think he would have missed that. But then there was the pen.
Before we go on to the pen, but
what do you want to say?
I get what you mean with Xhaka. Take Xhaka off and bring Jorginho in, and
like for like.
Yeah, in a way, like for like. Positionally, yeah, but player-wise, I think they're two different players.
They are two different players, but he can play the position.
I get why you would do it at 2-1. You put someone like Jorginho in, someone with a bit more ball retention that can keep the ball, dictate play, slow the game down if you guys need to.
Control it too, control the play.
Dictate the game now. You got ball retention, you're keeping the ball. The issue could be now, one, yes, you could get overrun, but if you got Partey there, Partey was a little bit off maybe in this game for me. It's not the Partey that everyone G's him up to be honest, was a little bit off, or maybe not doing enough.
Yeah,
it wasn't. Like, let's just say if it's a 6 out of 10 in these games, 6 out of 10 against Leeds United's fine, but against Liverpool and these big games, I think a 6 out of 10 is a bit low par. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it was bad. I just think.
I think we were down to 10 men in the second half. I'm honest
yeah,
with you.
but
and it wasn't.
Even,
I'm not hammering on Xhaka. His head wasn't there.
Yeah, but even with Xhaka, like even with Jorginho came in, because that's what I was thinking as well. I'm like, bit of ball retention. You guys are struggling to keep it,
and you can transition quicker.
But the issue is defensively, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, when Macedonia can pinch the ball off you and knock you out of a thing because it's Jorginho's fault.
Now,
I think their players could as well, and it's a, you know what it is. It's a double-edged sword for the manager, and we'll speak about some other decisions he made as well with some substitutions. But he keeps him on, like he leaves Jorginho off. You got this argument of how come we didn't bring him in. He brings him in, and Jorginho scores. He's a genius. They brings him in, they concede. It's a double-edged sword for the manager there. It's
hindsight is
100%.
We can sit here now and critique and say we should have done this, we should have done that, bearing on the result. But you never know what's going to happen in a game of football. I just thought in this game, at that moment, I honestly thought to myself, not even 50th minute, I thought maybe Xhaka stays in the fucking locker room, Jorginho comes out, and this is going to allow the midfield to at least exist.
At least after that penalty happened.
Yeah.
So you say 50th minute, 60th minute roughly. I think 55th minute was the pen. So I think 60th minute at least start making your. Yeah. But he waited to Klopp done all his subs and all that, and then he's trying to react.
The problem we had is the first goal. I'm not trying to point here, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Granit Xhaka gets a fucking yellow, and who's marking Henderson? Okay, so now that we all know what I'm talking about, remember the game, right? And why I'm thinking Xhaka needed to come off. His head was out of the game. So Jorginho came on and would have solidified our midfield. Our problem was we're defending well, but we can't play through the midfield anymore. And how do we play our games? The ball usually gets played to Zinchenko, to the midfield. The ball gets put over the top. And then, hey, look, Martinelli's taken on fucking Trent. How did that happen? So this is why I wanted Jorginho on. But now that hadn't happened, and of course the game started to get taken at us, it took Arteta, to the 80th minute to make changes. And this is where my problem is. Now, you've got problems getting the ball from the defence through the midfield, right? You know Xhaka is off his game at the moment. You take off Odegaard, not Xhaka, Odegaard, right? The most creative player on the pitch, and put on Kiwior. And it's not Kiwior's fault because we needed a defender on. But it's the wrong player to replace here. Jorginho should have been on for Xhaka, and that's a clean fucking like for like in my mind fucking substitution. Odegaard should have been on a fucking pitch. Now, if you want to go defensive, okay, go defensive. Kirintini comes on for Zinchenko because he was spent. There you go, you defend there. Kiwior comes on for Bukayo Saka because Bukayo Saka wasn't doing anything in this game. You want to add a Trossard to the mix? Fine, switch Jesus for Trossard. You still got one substitution up your fucking sleeve. You bring on ESR, whatever you want. Now that shows you what? Two up front now, Borche. And what have I got now?
Yeah.
Banks, bro. Banks. Now it's difficult. Now I've got lines.
Make it harder for them, yeah.
Now you got to play through the lines. And your Kirintini can be there. But the problem was the changes came in late. And unfortunately, by the time the changes were made, Arsenal had dropped the second goal. And Aaron Ramsdale was fucking
and look, and on the other hand, Klopp substitutions, it worked out for him. In hindsight, like you said,
Bobby
Firmino comes on, and what a header that was as well. Yeah. So, and maybe, and like you said, if the changes with Tierney and Zinchenko were made, maybe that goal doesn't happen because Tierney puts on a challenge on Trent. He gets the nutmeg there, crosses it in, loops it over the top.
Mate, we could have had 3 goals if Jorginho was in there because Zinchenko would have been more effective.
Yeah,
it could have
been. One of them, Steve.
It's hard. It's hard.
But look, Liverpool dropped points, but
they played well in the second half.
You could even say lucky to get out of there with 1 point. I know at the end you could have pinched it, but by then Liverpool should have had maybe.
We had 2 opportunities, bro.
Yeah,
that we could have
pinched. But Liverpool had a few. look, Ramsdale
three.
Ramsdale pulled off some like great saves as well. To be honest,
they had three. They had 3 opportunities they could have won this game with, and Ramsdale just was gunned.
the Salah,
Kanate, Salah,
and Nunes.
Nunes
Nunes.
1-on-1.
Yeah, but look, and you know what it is. A lot of people say, "Oh, Arsenal got lucky because Ramsdale made them saves." You know what? That's what a keeper's job is, bro.
If I've got
We've got like, how many times have they said, "You guys are lucky, David De Gea saved you"? Well, that's why he's a fucking keeper. Do your job, bro. Yeah,
Alisson does his job. It's like, oh, take Alisson out of it, you lose. Then that means you haven't got a goalkeeper.
Yeah. But look, Ramsdale pulled off some fantastic saves there. To, you know, at the end of the day, Steve, this 1 point could be the difference. Do you know what I mean? Could be the difference at the end of the season where you look back and you're like, we're holding the trophy. We beat Man City to the thing by 1 point, and this 1 point at Anfield
was key.
Could have been key. Yeah, that's right.
People forget that Manchester City went to Anfield and the result was 1-0, and it wasn't to City. It was to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, Man United struggled as well. I mean, we all know what happened there, but that's different. You guys fucking didn't. You guys didn't even show up. So I don't even know if that counts.
We're long past that now. We're long gone.
We're gonna talk about the teams up top, bro. You know, I mean,
we're long gone, bro. Leave us alone, bro. We're still scarred. We're holding these scars. We're trying to. They always keep bringing them up. But yeah, look, Steve.
Over to you guys.
Over to us. Wait, first of all, you don't want to jump the gun.
Okay, let's not jump the gun.
How do you think? 6 points now with a game in hand. City got that game in hand. Yep. Look, we always say the points in the bank are better than that game in hand. But let's just say, you know, whether it's 6 points or 3 points, where's this title going, bro?
Dude, Arsenal.
It's never left, huh?
No, Arsenal.
It's never left.
No, Arsenal.
It's never left the Emirates.
No, but bro.
It's never left the Emirates. Just say
they're not out of this, bro. They're not out of this.
They can't say, bring your hands up like this.
They're not. Arsenal not out of this.
They can't see it down here. Right? Yeah. Zoom out a bit, you know.
That's how I had to zoom to see Trent, you know, when Martinelli fucking wrecked it. I had to, oh, look, there's Trent. Oh, yeah, he's right next to Salah up front. Yeah, well done, mate. Fuck. Anyway, to be honest,
still in your hands.
Still in the game. Like
it's in City's hands as well.
Yeah, look,
it's in Arsenal's hands now.
Look, remember, everybody talks about exciting. City and they can go on a mad run. City struggled against City. City struggled against Liverpool. We struggled against Liverpool at the Anfield. We came out with a better result than they did. Oh, but anything can happen in football. That's right, yeah. Anything. So that's the. City also, guys, Champions League football, FA Cup football. They have to go and play Bayern Munich. Now I know Haaland is a fucking gun player. We'll get into that game that they had against Southampton. But at the end of the day, they've got a game in hand. We're still top of the league. We just got to take each game as it comes, get our 3 points, and see how we go at the Etihad.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to be a bit shaky now, Steve. Bit shaky. Who's going to hold their nerve? Who's going to, I wouldn't say bottle it, but fumble the bag maybe a little bit. The pressure's on.
Yeah.
Let's see how some of these look. Every time we've questioned Arsenal. I can say even Arsenal fans too, against the big games, the nerves, the double fixtures, triple fixtures, and injuries. You all came back and you shut the critics up, and you got the results.
Every time Arsenal have faced a new style of play or an issue, they come back and they better themselves. We faced a low block against Newcastle. The next teams that tried that got their asses handed to them. So, unfortunately, Liverpool have come in this time, taken the game to Arsenal. We've made our mistakes, but Arteta is a novice manager. He's learning on the job. But it seems that every time a mistake is made, or he stumbles, the next game those mistakes are no longer being made. So at the end of the day, we've got everything to play for. The title is still very much in our hands, and it is going to depend, I think, in the game against City. But again, City have got games to play as well, so you never know what can happen.
Never know. That's right. That's right. But yeah, let's go to Man United real quick. To be honest, Steve, 2-0 against Everton. On paper, on the field, you probably think it needs to be a United win. It should be a United win. We did get straightforward. We kind of made it a little bit difficult for ourselves because we're not too clinical. We've had so many chances, so many opportunities. Anthony, a few. Rashford was away on goal. Wan-Bissaka had an open goal there. The game could have been done at half-time, but we go into the game 1-0. It took, Rashford to try to take on 4, 5, 6 players.
I think it was about 6 players.
Give it to Rashford. Give it to Sancho. Sancho puts a nice ball into McTominay. And look, like you said on your stream as well, while the game was going, he's been doing well for his country. Now he's scoring for club as well, which is good. And I said it last week. He's not good enough to play for us, but we need players to get game time. Remember when I said to you, I know I don't rate him, to be honest. He shouldn't really be playing, but these last couple of games, we need people to be match fit. I did say that, and I said McTominay, He needs to play just because of the match fit, purely based on match fitness, and he's popped up with a crucial goal. Second half again, opportunity after opportunity, and it was I think it was Coleman. Who was it in the back? Seamus Coleman with the missed touch. Rashford, still going.
He's still going, but he's always been alright. It's unlike him too.
Coleman and Baines back in the day, unstoppable, mate. In the fantasy teams,
good old days, man.
And look, Rashford gets the ball, squares it up for Martial. He hasn't played in fucking 50 years for us, and now he's coming. And he'll be out for 5 weeks though. Rashford walked off injured, but Martial was out for 5 weeks.
That's the biggest. Is the biggest. The biggest part of this game.
The only negative, I guess. Two negatives. Not scoring enough goals.
Yeah,
we got the 3 points, but
the Rashford injury.
We'll see how bad it is. And I haven't heard anything at the moment, but we'll see. But you know what? This is what I mean, bro. Like, injuries are gonna come. You need players fit. If now Martial, is good to go, and you kind of give him that replacement. You still have Sancho there, Anthony, Weghorst. Where he's not that great, but there's an option there for a body. There's a body there. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and now Casemiro comes back in, so that's gone out of the window.
He has to stop fucking.
Mate, it's not him. It's the referees, bro. Come on, you know it.
The referees are the best, bro. Yellow card FC, bro.
Yeah, yellow card.
You know what it was? Liverpool versus Arsenal was no. Wait a minute. Watch how many yellow cards I can give out, bro.
It's £1,000 of a fucking yellow, I think, bro. I read something. So these guys are just going, here you go.
So I'm gonna elbow Robertson and give him a yellow.
Well, the referee, I'm surprised the linesman didn't get a yellow for fucking himself there. You know what I mean? But
sorry,
look, Steve, the win against Brentford, I think, was a big win too in midweek for us because
that's a tough game.
Big 6 points. It was at home. I know we don't usually lose at home. We haven't lost there since Brighton, the first game of the season. We drew, and we only drew to Everton and Newcastle. But that's the only teams that we've dropped points to. But we haven't lost since the opening day. And Brentford, a hard team to play. And we got over the line, bro. It was a 1-0. We'll take that. It was a goal from Rashford then. Great goal. And we walk out with these 2 games with the 6 points, even though, and we'll jump into the games with the teams behind us, with Newcastle beating Brentford, then Tony missing a penalty, and a bit of lucky from their first goal. Yeah, he got the second. Didn't he score the second pen? He scored the second pen,
but this guy doesn't miss pens.
He doesn't miss pens. Yeah,
he's clinical, bro. This is the guy that you want taking penalties, bro. But
yeah, he scored the pen later. Then it was like the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper kind of came off him for their first goal, and then Newcastle go on to win it, which kind of we still stick on the same points. Our result our way there could have been a bit better, and also with the Tottenham game. If that game went our way in terms of maybe getting a draw there, which it maybe could have gone the other opposite way because Brighton got absolutely robbed, in my opinion, and that could have helped us out a lot in terms of a little bit less pressure. Maybe, of course I want to win every game, but there's gaps to slip up because there would have been maybe, I think, 9 points clear of Spurs, and we would have been 3 points above, or at least 2 points in front of Newcastle. A little bit of pressure, a little room for error there, but that Tottenham game, bro.
Fuck me, bro. Like, seriously, man. Like,
the handball, questionable.
The Matoma one, right?
Matoma, the first one,
you look at it and you saw it. Like, everyone, look, this is not
above the elbow. What are the rules? You want to change it?
I'm talking shoulder, bicep area. Now, elbow, shoulder, bicep. Elbow, shoulder, bicep. Handball.
They always say if it's above this thingy.
It was.
So they disallowed that.
It was.
But for me, bro, that penalty that wasn't given. How did Liverpool get that penalty?
I didn't talk about it.
Yeah, but how did Liverpool get that penalty?
Because Liverpool in that game, and everybody, every one of you Liverpool fans out there, you know very well that the referee was on your side for a good 40 minutes. Robertson should have had a yellow in that first, and then they goes and give out penalties like left, right, and centre. Now Holding did fucking touch Jota, but it was let's say, I don't know, they bobbled into each other.
Yeah,
and they give that penalty. When you look at you say, okay, there's a slight chance at a penalty. I would say no because I'm an Arsenal fan and because I look at it and think it's too soft. But then you look at the Brighton penalty, the shout for the penalty. You see him literally look down. He's focusing on the player's foot and he knows exactly what he's doing.
But bro,
come on, bro.
Even in VAR,
doing, bro.
even going in to VAR, It's a clear pen. And then like to come out, to not do anything. And then the next day come out and that whoever the panel is or whatever, go in and apologize. Well, how about you get the guys that have looked at it and said, oh, actually, they made the wrong decision. Bring them into VAR because obviously they can say it was a mistake and then they can make the right call. Because they got robbed. Brighton absolutely got robbed. And to top it off, Welbeck scores a goal that comes off McAllister.
And McAllister can't take off the arm. You got literally McAllister's...
Bro, we've copped few. Rashford.
But it hit his
Rashford.
Hip.
Yeah.
He hit his hip, Borche. It's too much, bro. Like, bro, you call out the referees. Arteta called out the referee, and you had people coming out on Twitter saying, oh, Arteta shouldn't say this, Arteta shouldn't say that, right? So we get rid of one of these fuckwits, and that was a good fucking move. Yeah? And now we have another one saying, oh, I'm sorry. Arteta was right when he said, I don't want a sorry. I want my 3 points. And Brighton should want their 3 points as well. I think heads need to start roll. They need to start to roll, bro, because this is unacceptable.
It is, bro. Yeah.
Any other profession, if you make fuck ups like this, it's
bro,
too
come on.
big,
Even
bro.
like I don't know who the referee was, but we dropped points to Southampton after we lost to Liverpool. Casemiro gets sent off in that game, which is very questionable. Okay, cool. His studs rolled over the ball and got the player. You want to send him off? Okay, but then Sancho plays a ball. I think it was Sancho plays a ball into the middle of the box. Their player slips and handballs it, and it's.
That's all right.
And it's all right. It's play on. But then McAllister,
he didn't mean it.
Natural position on all fours.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he was going to go doggy.
Well, Southampton are getting fucked and going down. They're going down as well. I know, I get it, but come on. Like things like that. That cost us 2 extra points. That cost us points there as well. And that was another game we dropped points at Old Trafford, I think, that Southampton game. And bro, it's like, and McAllister, his hands can't go anymore in his body, skims his hand and it's not given. Right, but then this guy's on the floor and so you're reversing it for a ball touching his hand like this and going in. But when his hands are out like this and he's... we don't get a pen. Maybe we miss it. But the pen's there to be given, bro.
McAllister's body, he had turned his body, right? It had come off, it had hit his hip and his arm. Okay, so he's back. He's turned his back. It's hit he's literally gone. I know it's coming. But
bro, Levy needs Champions League football, cuz. Levy needs Champions League football.
What Levy does. He doesn't fucking invest in a squad. He invests in referees.
It's that Beyonce money.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's that Beyonce money that's come in from the concerts, and now it's going straight into the referees' pockets, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. Who needs players when I've got VAR?
Exactly right, Steve. But who have we got next? Frankie Lampard. Back again. Back from the dead. Who would have thought? What's going on, Steve?
Marketing moves.
Got to sell them them retro shirts.
No, it's all about keeping Mason Mount.
It didn't play him. Didn't play him.
Because they've been talking. So. Mason Mount's saying that he's 10 million. He's staying in.
Lampard's
£10 million fucking house. Mason Mount's staying there now, and Lampard's trying to work on him to fucking get him to sign a contract. He's either going to convince him the nice way, or he's going to do it the rough way. You know how Lampard is, bro. He's like, I'm breaking bones, bro. But bro, Lampard.
He wasn't even in the squad. Where is he?
I don't think he was in the squad, bro.
Let's kick him out completely. He plays the rest of the season now.
Golden boy.
He tried. Yeah, golden boy. But bro, Frank Lampard comes in after the sacking of Potter. We spoke about the Potter sacking last week and the ownership and all that. But bro, going to Wolves, and you know what's funny? I think someone mentioned it, that the last time or every time a Chelsea manager gets sacked, they always play Wolves. When the next guy comes in, it's always like a Wolves game there. I heard. I'm not sure if that's 100%, but bro, that Nunes goal they scored. Oh my god, bro! What is that?
That was bro. No keeper's gonna save that.
What a hit, bro! What a finish! But look, Wolves, bro. And this is the problem, bro. When you're playing teams in that. I think they're a little bit out of the relegation zone.
They played well, man.
But still, then 13th. But in 13th, they were couple points adrift. If they didn't get 3 points here, then bro, you're looking at 29, 28 points. Let's just say even if they got a draw here, they're still in the mix because you got Leicester on 25, Forest on 27, Everton 27, and then Leeds on 29. So it's one game.
It's literally 3
they got any games, and they've played.
They played the max.
Oh, they were all at the bottom have played 30.
Yeah, but the thing is, it literally have been 3 points. So they slip up, another team picks up, down you go.
Down you go. So it was a big
game, bro. Big 3 points.
And bro, speaking of like points, bro, Chelsea haven't got the magical 40, so they could get relegated. They're not mathematically that magical 40 points are not safe.
Are they closer to the bottom of the table than they are the top?
100%. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Fucking hell.
Bro, 25, 23,
the gap
23 to 20 to 39 is closer than 39 to 73. And that's massive for you guys, bro. To be on 73 points, bro, that's fucking still crazy. But yeah, look, Lampard, he's got a few tricky fixtures, I think, coming up. At the moment, Steve is not next, is it?
No, it's not next, but they still have to face us.
They got Brighton next.
Oh, jeez.
So hopefully you can do us a favour, Frankie.
Oh, Frank.
Do us a favour.
Like, seriously, has he
Good evening's got to do us a favour as well. Villa's got to do us a favour.
Jesus.
And then Bournemouth's got to fight for their lives. So you guys, when do they play? Postponed against us. So they don't play because we've got the cup game.
Keep going. Let's have a look. There's Chelsea Arsenal.
Nice time, mate. 5 a.m. Get ready. Start your day, boy. Start your day. But yeah, bro. What are you thinking? Frank Lampard gets appointed.
Bro, look, you know what it is? And most of these Chelsea fans, I think, are starting to wake up to the fact. I've been screaming about it from the get-go, but it's all right. I talked about the ownership that I wanted American before the Roman Empire had ended, and I got an American, and this is why. I didn't expect him to do what he's done. They literally went from a team that was winning Champions Leagues and possibly competing for Premier League to now fucking languishing mid-table, and he's done it in the matter of 4 months. So this owner, right, he should be getting a lot of heat. Doesn't matter how much money you spend in the transfer window. You can go and get all the best players in the world. It's the manager in the end that has to make the final decision how he's going to play and who he's going to play. Now, the problem that you have here is, Potter wasn't good enough. He's not a world-class manager. Well, that's fucking a nice story, right? You now got one of your fucking club legends come back and he can't get a tune out of this team. Don't forget, Tuchel was fired as well. He wasn't good enough for Chelsea, but was good enough for Bayern Munich. I'm hoping that Chelsea fans are seeing this because it's dangerous. And the reason why I'm pointing it out is because we've got an American owner in Arsenal. You've got an American owner at Man United. Guess who else has got an American owner? Liverpool. You know, Tottenham Hotspur, Levy, I think he's got some American connections. And I think at the moment, Lampard in, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And to be honest, he's the one who's been sacked. See you later, alligator, only to be brought back. What's he, Roy Hodgson? What is this shit?
Hodgson got the fucking 5-1.
But at least Hodgson's he's getting a tune,
bro. He's getting a tune.
On the other hand, Lampard, when he first started with Chelsea, he did lose his first game to you lot.
4-0.
And then actually kind of got a tune out of Chelsea. So
transfer banned as well.
Yeah. So you never know. This could be that slip up.
It's an interim. I think he knows. Well, there you go.
You never know.
Every time they sack a manager, they sack two managers and they usually win the Champions League.
So you're not out of it.
Frankie, he's got the harder side of the draw though. He's got the Real Madrid, Bayern, and City on that side. So
you know what? Everyone's got a look. Every team's got a chance, and on paper they've got a good team.
Yeah, exactly.
We all know they've got a good team.
Exactly. But you know what? Bring an interim in like Frank Lampard. Maybe he can get kind of the fan base. I don't want to say on side because maybe, but it will be a little bit comfortable. It won't be as edgy and shit. But at the same time, bro, you gotta look at who they got coming in or who they're looking at. Because if Nagelsmann and all that don't want to come in now the last thing you need is a manager to come in and to be in this shit.
Now
with all what's going on, you know, let me start fresh instead of a manager coming in. Let's just say, for example, Nagelsmann or Pochettino. Just throw whatever manager, Luis Enrique comes in. But because these guys are in a kind of a bit of a slump, the new manager starts losing games and it's already pressure. You know what I mean? Season's done. Have him ready. Have him appointed.
Yeah.
Like we did. We had Ten Hag ready from January, and he says he's gonna, after the end of the season, he's gonna come in. Do it that way, because imagine if fucking Ten Hag came in, you know, all right, Ralph was there. He's only there for a little bit. Let's bring in Ten Hag, and he came in January, February, and these guys are playing. All these donkeys are fucking playing Ronaldo and Pogba's and Lingards and shit.
Start of the season, Man United fans are already looking like he's not the man.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want that. You don't want. You want to start fresh. So I think that's what they're doing there. Villa beating Nottingham Forest 2-0. That's good for them. Not so much for Forest, who are down the bottom.
Good Evening has brought that team back from the
fucking
dead, bro. Look where they are, bro.
They've come up.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here, bro.
They're in front of bloody.
They're in front of fucking
Chelsea,
bro. They're fucking. You know what I mean, bro.
West Ham getting a massive result away to Fulham as well, 1-0.
Needed that, man.
They needed that, but they in that dogfight as well. Reed with the goal
Is
there.
going to be another manager? No, another manager bounced out. Oh, it's close.
I
If
don't
they
know,
lost
but
that game, that could have been
possibly. But you know what? No manager bounced for Leicester City going down to Bournemouth, and it was James Maddison with the assist for Billing. He played that pass back a little bit too short.
You wouldn't expect it from him.
Do you know what, bro? I'll take you, bro. Once you guys get relegated, 25 mil should do it. Madison, come across.
Madison to Man United, Tielemans for free to Arsenal. We'll do it.
We might have to make the double swoop, bro. We might take their whole midfield. And Didi, Tielemans.
We'll take Castagna on the bench. Fuck, there you go, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Takahiro keeps getting injured. I'll take Castagna off
I'll
the
take
bench.
Vardy. I'll take Vardy to just
hand out drinks.
The Red Bulls.
Yeah, give him Red Bull, hand out drinks. You'll be quick.
I'll take Vardy, 100%. Bit of an interim striker.
Every time the ball,
it's always interims, yeah. We'll get the interim striker, Jamie Vardy.
You don't need a ball boy at Old Trafford. Every time the ball goes out, you see Vardy.
Yeah.
There you go, bro.
That's it. We just touched on it. Crystal Palace 5-1. Demolition of Leeds United. They're like copping 4 goals to you guys. Now 5 again. 9 goals in 2 games. Not good for them. They scored some fucking great goals. Fantastic goals. Crystal Palace, if you guys watch that highlights back. And then we had, obviously, Manchester City, like we were saying at the start of the pod, doing the job on Southampton, bro. And it's, another man of the match performance for Jack Grealish. Haaland back into the squad. Bit of a bicycle kick to finish things off. And it was a good assist there by Jack Grealish. We also had, Kevin De Bruyne doing his assists there. I think he got how many did he get an assist for Haaland? Did he get taken out
for the pen?
For the pen, he did too.
He got taken out, and then it was Julian Alvarez.
Because
he got that pen. He converted it.
Spewing because I have him in fantasy.
KDB.
Yeah, but he got the assist for me, which is good. Which is good. Yeah, which is still points. But yeah, look, they're looking good. 4-1s week in, week out. They're just putting 4-1 past everyone conceding. So that could be a bit of a thing to look at when you guys play them. They do concede goals.
They have.
But bro, Steve, Man City looking top notch. They can go on this now 8-game run and do the job, you know what I mean? But like you said at the start, Champions League football, FA Cup, what basket do you want to throw your eggs in? Please don't throw them in all that baskets because I can't have these guys doing a treble. So I'm back in Arsenal at the moment to fucking please do something. Please, Sheffield United, please. The Blades do something because I can't have 3P and I can't have a treble in the same fucking season, bro. It'll be unbearable, to be honest.
Look, to be honest,
so I need you guys to show up. I need that novice to do something,
bro.
But once City get out of that competition, Champions League,
then it's fucking.
Then it's Senegal, then it's whatever.
Let's hope Bayern Munich does a real good job on them.
Yeah, please, bro, please.
I mean, you get the win, but you take out some players, bro. Like, I mean, you fucking hurt.
The old boy Gnabry does the job.
That's it, but
he haunts him and then Arsenal haunts him in the Premier League.
There's always an Arsenal player trying to fucking throw a spanner into the mix for all these teams, bro. Ollie Walcott, fucking Ainsley Maitland-Niles, fucking
Danny Welbeck. Your legend. You want to claim him now? That's all good. We'll take him up.
He was going to do your fucking favour for Spurs.
He was doing us a favour,
He's doing his mum a favour.
He knows, mate, Danny. But yeah, look, it is going to be interesting wrap up to the season. Yeah, we're well in the last 2 months of the league. Anything goes, anything can happen. It's going to be interesting, Steve, to see what pans out, how it pans out. But we'll be here week in, week out,
regardless,
along with the ride to the end.
Mate, all the way to the end.
All the way to the end. We're on that roller coaster.
To the top. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones.
It is a long way to the top for us. We're getting there and we go. We leave it in neutral on the hill, mate. Just fucking
we're on a highway going up. You guys know we'll take the off-road track, bro. Up and down, bro. We can make it interesting.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. Look, guys, leave all your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Liverpool and Arsenal? Yeah, obviously, the game of the round. 2-0 up, Liverpool coming back to get that point.
Yep.
Potentially could have won it. Arsenal could have won it at the end as well. Let us know what you think about the penalty shout, the referee decisions in that game as well.
For both teams.
Both teams, but I think it was more against you guys. Bit card happy as well.
Too card happy.
Let us know what your thoughts. Managers' decisions, Tini's and Zinchenko's and all these Odegaards and Jorginho's
and
Holdendinhos and you know the lot, Flaminos and all these stuff. And
dead, bro.
Yeah, get it. If you got any questions as well, let us know. We'll answer them on the next pod. But guys, like always, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Go over to the Aussie Gooner. Even if you're not an Arsenal supporter, give him a sub. Road to 500 at the moment, close there, about 100 and so off. So go there, smash the videos a like, give him a subscribe, and yeah, man, we'll see you, Steve, next week.
Fucking oath, bro.
Who do you guys go? West Ham?
West Ham, bro.
Fuck. You going to sack Moyes or is Moyes going to sack Arteta? Bro? He's going to sack your title.
I think it's going to be Bounce Back FC to do demo job on these guys. You know, they're going to come in fucking hungry now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Look, I want goals. Our goal difference between City, just real quick to wrap up, is not a massive goal. It's not huge. So I think now if we're going to win these games like we got
big
West Ham,
lines, you're right.
We've got to get big scoreless, bro. If it goes down a goal difference.
Because now these guys, City got Leicester, which is, it's interesting because you guys are playing two teams at the bottom, right? Fighting for their life. Anything can go, bro. Anything goes, man. You know what I mean? It's hard to pick it. I do see, obviously, wins for you guys, and I do see a win for City, but it's one of them where you never know until you have a go.
That's it, bro.
Steve. Uru, mate.
Uru, mate.
Guys, take it easy. We'll see you next week.